everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel Divine Direction. In this video we are going to be looking at the messages for the month of August for the sign of Pisces. Now Pisces, I just want to apologize in advance if you hear any loud noises while I'm filming. Unfortunately, my whole family is home and I cannot find a good time to film in between them. I've been lucky in the past, but this month not so much. So I apologize for that. Now, Pisces, so I feel the message that we're going to be talking about today has to do with fears, right? You do have the risk card, and I do feel that in some cases we are weighing, maybe weighing our options or weighing risk and reward. You do have the uncertainty card on the bottom of the deck, which makes me feel that we're a little hesitant to move towards something or to let something in. Yeah, letting something in. Okay, because you do have the Nine of Wands, which is making me feel like he's built a fortress around him, or a fortress to make sure that something doesn't come in. Kind of like we build walls up as well, but also I'm kind of getting like the feeling of just having your arms crossed and like not letting something come in. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which makes me feel like the universe has something for you and they're trying to gift it to you. They're wanting to gift it to you, but you're kind of like, do I want this? That's the vibe I'm getting from the King of Pentacles. He's kind of looking at the pentacle like, do I want this? Okay? And they're saying it's okay to be hesitant. It is, but some of you are blocking out something really great because of these fears, which, I mean, been there, done that. It can be difficult, right? It can be difficult. They also kind of gave me the vibes of, again, with having a fortress, building a fortress around us, like letting down the drawbridge or opening up the gate to let something come in or someone come in or people to come in. Okay, yeah. For some of you, this is definitely talking about maybe in a relationship, especially a romantic relationship. With these two cards, you have the false person. I'm not feeling that this is a false person, but she has a fan in front of her face, and then the man, he's wearing a mask. So to me, just kind of the vibes that I'm getting from here, it's like maybe someone's interested in you and you're afraid to let that person in. You might be afraid to be vulnerable. Maybe it's a new experience for you. Maybe you still are worried because you have past heartache. There's so many different reasons. You're thinking about letting someone in. You might not know someone specific. Again, with someone wearing a mask or hiding their face, I could also interpret that as someone you haven't met yet. But in some way, shape, or form, in terms of a romantic relationship, some of you are afraid to let people in. Totally get that. But they showed me the X. We're cutting through that, right? We're not going to let our fears hold us back any longer. I've been really seeing that in my life where I have held myself back. My cards are showing me like reflection. So I've been talking about this in the past few videos about this being a period of reflection for us, where things come up where we see maybe where we have been holding ourselves back, where we're learning our lessons or seeing why certain things have happened. So I've told you guys that I have been on dating apps and everything, and my interactions with these people have definitely been showing me where I had limited myself before in the dating world, especially with my insecurities and everything like that. And I've been moving forward with it. Do I feel that it's holding me back now? Not really. There are aspects of it that are making me like pump the brakes. It's like I'm riding the brakes, right? I start moving forward. I'm like, no, okay. Oh. And then I'm like, okay, yay, I'm good. I'm liking this. And then, oh, no. Okay. Some of you may be experiencing that not only in romantic relationships, but it could be in any area of your life. Also, with seeing the scales and feeling the risk or reward, I feel that some of us maybe, do I want this or do I not want this? On one hand, I could be experiencing this, but on the other hand, maybe this is going to happen and I can't decide. Yeah, I can't decide. Okay. Some of you are feeling that you are being held back or you're feeling stuck, but they're saying you're not really. Again, it's mentally. Mentally, we are limiting ourselves and holding ourselves back. You do have the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse. So to me, that tells me we're moving out of that or you moved out of it. Okay? But with the quilt, they're making me feel that we are stitching together pieces of knowledge from this reflection of why. Why did this not work out for me? Why haven't I had a relationship before? Or why haven't I succeeded in my career? Why haven't I been receiving money or been really good at the law of attraction and bringing in money? Whew. Yeah. The missing pieces of the puzzle they're making me feel. You are receiving the missing pieces of the puzzle. There's a lot of imagery of like a whole. And to me, it's about there are pieces that are coming together to fill this hole. Yeah. Realizing, Pisces, why things were so much harder for us. Why did we have to work so hard for so little reward? Why? Why did we always feel like we had to wait for something? We're waiting for something to happen. Maybe you are working hard towards something. Where is it? With the changes card they're showing me, I have wanted. I've told you guys this sometimes in some videos. I don't know which ones I talked about it. But right now I don't have my license, right? It has always been a fear of mine to drive, a fear of mine that maybe I would hurt someone while driving. I've had a lot of anxiety around it. I'm definitely a lot better than I used to be, but that has prevented me from moving forward to get my full graduated license. It's been difficult for me because of my fears. My fears have held me back there, right? So they're showing me that because of this, that I was the one that was holding me back, right? It's something that I've wanted. Change and moving forward. Why did it feel so hard for me? Because everyone around me seemed to be able to drive with no issue. And not that I'm a bad driver. It's just my anxiety, right? I used to have to take rescue remedy. It's something to kind of calm me down a little bit before I would drive. And I don't know if it actually worked, if it was like just my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm good now. But why did I have to work so hard for that to happen? Even for me to try to make it happen. The missing piece of the puzzle, Jannah, my fear of it, lack of self-confidence. They're saying like these things, and it's going to be more than just one thing, because with the trickster card, there's a bunch of like little balls. To me, I am interpreting that as like there's a bunch of little things that kind of come in together that fit that piece, that missing piece. It's more than just one. Why? Why have we been limited? Why have we been held back? They're making me feel that it's like I'm a good person. I am a good person. Why? Why am I being held back? Why hasn't this happened for me? Why can't I find the right partner? why can I not find the right job? Or why do I have to work harder in a job and receive less money? Why? There are many reasons why. It could be because of societal programming, that maybe we feel a certain way, or the way that society is programmed to run, where, say, women or certain individuals of color are limited in how far that they can go, whether in the workplace or any other area of life, right? They're saying, Jenna, let's focus on dating right now, right? Let's focus on dating. I have held myself back in that case because of societal programming or programming from television and the movies of how I thought that I needed to look to be able to be deemed worthy for a man to even want me. And I had this conversation with someone last night about how I felt about myself, how I always felt that I was ugly, and that no man would want me. I was heavier when, while growing up, so that was part of the reason, because if you watch, like Saved by the Bell and how Zach treated a girl that was heavier, or really things that had been said to me growing up, there's a piece of the puzzle, Janet, they're saying, of why you never felt that a man could love you no matter what size you were or how you looked. Any imperfection that I had or that I felt that I had are pieces of the puzzle that held me back from having a relationship. My self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, right? These are pieces of the puzzle. And it's like, I already knew that in a way, but they're saying, like, we are starting to see things in a bigger way, in a deeper way, right? The conditioning, how our childhood traumas have affected us. Yeah. It's like we have tormented ourselves, right? I'm kind of getting this feeling tormented in our heads by having this constant narrative that we're not good enough. You know, we're not good enough. We can't do this. We can't do that. We're ugly. We're this. We're that. Whatever it is that has been playing in your head. I could never be rich. I could never be that. Pieces of the puzzle of why we have been held back. But what they're saying is that no longer has a hold on us. It may be coming up and you may be feeling like, oh God, I'm dealing with this again. It's so it can be released, because I know I'm experiencing it too, right? Definitely experiencing that too. But we are breaking free of those chains that have held us back. And there's an end. An end to us being held back because of these thoughts. So whether you're working towards driving or getting a new car or moving to a new place, traveling, meeting a partner, meeting new friends, getting a new job or working your way up in your job, these dreams that we have they seem more attainable now that we are releasing those limitations that we've had. Things are definitely going to be easier for us to attain, because Spirit is helping us to clear the path, and they're saying make sure that you communicate with your angels and guides and ask them to help you, because we are here to help, they're saying. With the Strength card, they're making me feel that something that you have been afraid of. So in this interpretation, they're kind of making me feel like this girl wanted to maybe travel to another town, but there was a lion in the woods. And she was too afraid to go to this other town. But then she decided to take the risk, and she went, and it was a friendly lion. Like, that's what they're making me feel, or that her angels and guides helped her to tame this lion, you know? Sometimes what we fear isn't as scary as what we build it up to be in our heads. So again, with those limitations that we have in our heads, is that something's going to be terrifying, right? But we are being encouraged to listen to our intuition, of course, but to take those risks and take that leap towards what we want, even if we feel a little scared to do so. Because when we do that, we take our power back. But we also have no idea how amazing our lives can be once we get past those fears. Because I'm definitely feeling that there's a transformation that will happen in your life once you do so. And I know I'm experiencing the same thing, right? So the example that they gave me is you got the Connect with Fire card. I was invited to go to a bonfire with some old friends, and really excited to do so. Was there nerves? Yes. Because Jenna, past Jenna, had very severe social anxiety. And I would have loved to do that, but at the same time, so terrified that I probably would have made an excuse not to go. Not that I didn't like the people, it was just I was too scared. Or I would have been like, yeah, I'll come, and then I wouldn't have gone. Or I would have built myself up and had like an anxiety attack basically before going, and then getting there and being like, oh, okay, cool. You know, or feeling extremely awkward while I was there. But me, now, I'm like, okay, I'm a little scared that like this fear is coming up, but it's not as big. I wasn't feeling as anxious as I would have, like not even, they're saying like before I was 100 times more afraid to be able to do that than I am now. They're saying, tell them why, Jenna. I told this story in the Aquarian reading. My fears now of things that I want, that moving forward towards whatever I want, that fear is smaller than the fear that I have of being stuck of where I am now, right? So you might be feeling this, okay? So the bigger fear here is that we're not going to move forward, that we're not going to move towards what we want, right? We know that the opportunity is there, or we at least sense it, right? So, do we want to take the risk and move forward? And they're saying you don't have to take big leaps, you can take baby steps, because that's what I've been doing this past year, is baby steps, right? My guides have been taking baby steps with me in every single area of my life, whether it's spiritually, moving towards my spiritual gifts, physically, helping me to take care of myself, anything, right? My guides will always recommend that people take baby steps. They're easier, they're more manageable, you start to get more comfortable doing them, more consistent movement, they're saying too, right? Because you can make a giant leap and then be like so terrified that you pump the brakes. No, and we can revert back. Baby steps, no. No. Okay? You have the Traveler card. Move in a new direction, okay? So you're being encouraged to move forward if you feel guided to, right? This is all about intuition. We all have our own timing. So if you feel the time is now, the time is now. If you feel that you need to take a moment, that's okay, right? Maybe you just need a little bit more time to reflect. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, I want to move forward, but I know my guys are like, hey, Jenna, you need to take some time to reflect. You've been telling other people to do so. You need to do so yourself. Okay? So listen to yourself and trust your own timing with this, but there is a new direction calling. You also have the Stag card that says trust and thrive. Okay? If you're listening to your intuition and you're asking your angels and guides for help and you are listening to those intuitive nudges and taking action when you feel guided to, you're going to be successful. And even if something didn't work out, there was a reason for it. So maybe you needed to learn something along the way, right? Because if you move in one direction, they're kind of showing me like being stuck in a labyrinth or something. You go down this way, there's a dead end. Okay, well I know now not to go down that way. So we turn around and we go another way. And eventually you're going to lead yourself to the end of that labyrinth because you know what to do and what not to do. So if you came right back into it after all of that, you would know the way, right? Becoming an expert, they're saying. An expert at it. I love this card. Clean your space. So what they're making me feel is instead of having this fortress that maybe people won't be able to see through, now maybe we're cutting spaces open for people to come in or other things to come in, for good to come in, right? We're allowing that space. We're clearing out our fears and what no longer serves us to allow that space for the new to come in. It's okay for you to be hesitant about this. You know, don't feel rushed to make a decision. I'm going through something similar right now where I'm on the fence. You know, some of you, again, you might have two different options and you're trying to weigh out which one. You know, if you're not sure, take your time because maybe none of them work out and there's a completely other option, or maybe some bits of information, pieces of the puzzle need to come together for you to say, oh, well, shit, okay, not this one, I'm going with this one, or vice versa, okay? So I do feel that some of you are like, oh, I need to move forward, but at the same time, pumping the brakes. Yeah. Again, with the two sides. I want to move forward, but I'm scared to do this. You can always ask your angels and guides to help you to have the courage to move forward, to have the strength. They say you have it. You have it. We can help you realize that you have it, okay? The only thing that's holding you back is something very, very small, all right? You can achieve those big dreams that you are thinking of. They have the family room card, which is making me think of my dream home, right? There's a home that I just dream about having, and they're saying, Jenna, like, you think that's a big goal. You feel that there's a lot of money that you have to work your way into to be able to afford it and then renovate it and blah, 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 blah. It's a big goal. They say, but is it though? Is it that big? Because you know what? pieces of the puzzle on your path can also come together. Things can come together that make this a reality much easier than you anticipate. So if there's something you want, if there's something you want to be, do, or have, they always say, or experience, trust in yourself and your abilities, trust in your spiritual guidance. Think big, dream big, and strive for it. You know? Yes, there may be fears there, but they're making me feel that these fears are actually smaller than you think. And again, they're saying, Jenna, remind them that your fear now, the biggest fear, is being stuck or staying where you are now. There's no going back, honey, they're saying. There's absolutely no going back. You can try, but you'll have to work a lot harder to go back now because it's not going to happen. So, what's it going to be, right? They're also saying don't listen to other people. You have the gossip card on the bottom of the deck, right? Listen to yourself. And that also includes don't listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. I always want you to listen to your own intuition above all else. Because if your intuition is telling you one thing, do that. Because that will never fail you. Never. There's an emphasis on never. Listening to yourself will never, ever fail you. If you're not sure about a person in your life, but you don't really want to get rid of them in your life, but you also aren't sure if you should have them around, take that time. Because all will be revealed. And you can ask your angels, guides, and say, angels and guides, this person in my life, can you please, help me to realize if they're good for me or not? And they'll help you. You might want to say it better. They're saying I didn't say it well. They could have given me an example, but whatever. But all will be illuminated. So maybe right now you feel guided to track down your fears, like this card says. You don't have to go seeking them out because they will find you. Certain situations will pop up. So maybe you get offered a job that you feel that you're not qualified for, but you would love, And then it's like, oh no. They say in that situation, what's the worst that could happen? That you go for it and it doesn't end up working out. At least you don't have the regrets, right? Of not taking it. But again, listen to your own intuition because you might not be certain about something and it's not right for you, which will be revealed later when another job comes up that's perfect for you, okay? They're saying that these fears are subsiding, so don't worry about that. Again, they might feel very present right now because they're coming up to be released and acknowledged. I know I've been experiencing that. Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for the people that I'm talking to because my fears keep coming up and then I keep acknowledging them and talking to people about them. I'm like, I'm sorry. I appears to have a lot of fears. I have so many fears. But they're saying not anymore really, Jenna. Not anymore. It just feels like it right now because they're just kind of coming to the surface. Like a tsunami. A big wave of emotions and fears and feelings. But it's not going to hold you back, they're saying. It's not going to hold us back, right? So when you're ready to take this risk, and you will be ready, don't you worry, you will be ready for it. Your angels and guides will be there to help you along the way. And they're showing me that whatever barriers that we have put up for ourselves because of these fears or insecurities, they're making space. Again, with this one, we're making space, breaking down those walls, those barriers, so we can move through them, letting other people into. I feel that your passions or your desires are what's going to fuel you taking this leap, taking this risk, and moving forward. Yeah. Definitely has to do with whatever you desire. You know, you can sit on it for a moment, but that fire is going to be lit inside you. And you're going to be like, all right, let's do this. Let's take action. Okay? So don't feel bad if it seems to take you longer, because it probably only, like, in your head feels that you've taken longer to do so. All right? They're saying, remember what your mom always says, a lot can happen in a year, in a month, in a week. A lot can happen. A lot can change. So don't focus on how long it's taking you to work through these fears or to move forward. They're saying, listen to yourself, Jenna. The main message here is that we are moving forward in a new direction. And by releasing these fears, it's like we're taking off a weight, right? We're leaving our baggage behind us. And that's when you can soar, right? The distant horizon card is on the bottom. And I always, because of the boat being in the air, it makes me feel like we can soar to heights that we never even imagined, right? When you're not weighed down. Don't let these fears weigh you down anymore. And they're saying, don't worry, they won't. They won't. Okay, Pisces, so working through these fears, acknowledging them, learning from them. They're saying that they're going to actually help you grow. They won't tell me how, because I have to learn that myself. But they're saying, don't worry about it. You've got this. All right, Pisces? Okay, all right, Pisces, I hope you have a wonderful month of August. Please let me know if this resonates, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.